Young Michael,
Yeah, man.
if you could travel to any period in time in history, where would you go?
I would probably travel back to last night so I didn't drink an entire bottle of Jack Daniels to myself.
An entire bottle.
Well, like 99% of the bottle, yeah.
Just mainly mouthwash or backwash was left over?
Yeah, exactly. I saved that.
Even though you're still going to do it tonight, though?
Of course I'm going to do it tonight.
Right on.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
But for real, though, anything that's not you being hungover related, where would you go?
Honestly, I want to say because of the Stranger Things craze, I'll go back to the 80s.
Really?
Yeah.
I was thinking about the similar time, like maybe like the late 70s, you know, when like women were like obsessed with having like flat asses,
Right.
and like if you're bigger than a toothpick, they're like, oh, that broad's got a big backside, and so that way I go back there, and now all the big booty hoes
Right.
are unwanted
Exactly.
and feeling unloved.
Yes.
Now I gather said big booty hoes,
Right.
and now I have all of
You
them.
have a stable of big booty hose.
And the best part is they, you know, they don't know how
Right.
thick they are.
Exactly.
They think they're some sort of freak of, you know.
Right.
And like everyone's like, oh, get that fat ass out of here.
Exactly.
And
It's
I'm
like I have a sickness for the thickness.
Oh, my
a
God.
sickness for the thickness. Shout out to AJ.
There it is.
There it is. Welcome to the Smoke Pit.
A
So we are back for episode, what is this? 11, season 2. And we have a guest today. Would you introduce yourself?
I'm Lacey.
Hi,
And-
Lacey.
Hey. And I am from the What Happened podcast.
Yeah, she's joining us from the What Happened podcast, available on iTunes, Spotify, Didgeridoo, and a very eclectic.
All the things.
All the things.
VHS tape, yeah.
Lacey was also
Should be.
a corpsman in the Navy.
Yep.
So now we have 2 docs on the
I
show.
hate you, son. I will walk off this set.
Poser.
Yeah, exactly.
That's actually in his contract. I'm only allowed to call him a corpsman once per episode.
Exactly.
I mean, do you even have Band-Aids?
No,
You know how to
no.
operate a Band-Aid appropriately?
No, I
Okay.
cover nothing in life.
No, he only puts Band-Aids on his nipples when he's running.
Exactly.
Because, I mean, that's just safety first, you know?
Oh, God.
I'm lactating all the time.
Ew.
Good job, Doc. It's going to get rougher.
Oh, you think that's bad?
Yeah, exactly.
You might want to get the silver bullet out.
Yep.
Here we go.
He doesn't need it, though. He's going to shit his pants already.
That's so true. I feel so sick.
And so, speaking of medical catastrophes,
Dun, dun, dun.
Mike, you were firsthand witness. Well, rather, you were sleeping.
I was
but
asleep,
You
yes.
were in firsthand proximity
I was.
to a catastrophe.
Catastrophe. One of many in my Navy career. No, pretty much as the story goes, we were at PTA. All the 3rd Marines know where that is. It's like Camp Wilson, but shittier.
So, for the good Marines, where is PTA?
It's on Kona, Hawaii, the island. It's
Okay.
just it's just training area. It's
Is
super-
Hawaii even real?
I think so.
'Cause I was just in Australia, and there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Like, I showed up, and it was just the airport, and then like the edge of the world.
Right.
And I was like, man, I was bamboozled. Did Steve Irwin even exist?
A kangaroo driving an Uber. That's what I like to think of it.
I feel like maybe like Jesus low key came back as Steve Irwin, but didn't want to tell anybody.
For sure.
Like, I don't know.
I think he told everybody through his gestures.
Yeah, but he's like, this isn't like the real second coming, so y'all chill.
Exactly,
You know,
yeah.
Like, you know, just be good to each other and animals.
Fucking pet lions once in a while. Or
Yeah.
whatever he did, yeah.
I mean, if you're pure of heart, they'll let you pet them.
That's right.
That's
It's a
true.
true test.
Yep.
I did pet a lion
be
one time,
eaten.
and it tried to bite me. I'm not even kidding. That's a true story. Not the point.
What? No, motherfucker.
That's
not
telling.
Not the point.
No,
Well-
we'll put a pin in that and come back to it later.
Anyway, where was? Oh, so yeah, we're at PTA. We're doing field stuff, and obviously being the RP and HNS, I'm sleeping. And then I get woken up to flashlights in my face. They're like, "Everybody, get online now!" And I'm like, "I'm the RP. How dare you wait? Unless somebody's dead, which the corpsmen have failed, then I don't need to be awoken." And,
Was your first thought was like, oh man, which one of the Sudoku or Sudahek? What was the name of the agency that runs the Chow Hall?
Oh, I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah, which one of those Filipino chicks did I get pregnant?
Oh, geez, there it was. I already knew that answer. I didn't need to be woken up for that.
Hashtag all of them.
Breakfast time was crazy.
You get meals.
Yeah, that's
son.
right. Yeah, I also have a sickness. So a bunch of us get woken up and I get online. We gotta look for something or whatever. You know, just general chaos. Then come to find out that one of the mortarmen, a beautiful tube stroker of ours, he had blown his hand apart by sticking his leaving his hand over the mortar tube too long.
Nice, man.
And so we were awakened in the dead of night to cease training, and everybody get online and look for this kid's fingers.
And how many fingers? I'm looking at the picture now. It looks like 1, 1.5, 2, 2 3/4. So just like bits of each of the fingers are gone in various. It almost looks like a Wi-Fi bar.
Yes.
All the tips are gone.
Yes.
There's no tips left.
He's tipless.
There's no tips left. Yeah.
Like there's more in the middle, and then it gets less and less as you go towards the outside. So it kind of looks like the cone of a Wi-Fi
right.
signal.
Do you think we should put this picture up?
Oh no. I mean,
That's
unless
a solid no.
Yeah, unless EP posts it because he's
Well,
gonna get banned
anyway.
anyways.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
yeah, he's our shield.
But yeah, so no, we're awoken. We get our headlamps on. We're looking, and we didn't find any of his fingers.
No, not one.
Not one.
So you lost all this sleep.
Yeah, and found 0 fingers.
Wow.
Pissed.
Like, did he have to like search with you guys?
No, he was in the hospital.
Fuck
Surprisingly.
that.
I know, that's what I said.
I feel like you could throw a tourney on, and you
Yeah.
got like a good hour or
Yeah,
so
you're
before
fine.
like that shit starts getting squirrely. Like, you did this. Get your ass on fucking
Exactly.
line. Like you're
Exactly.
leading the fucking.
You're leading the charge
Yeah.
with your nub.
Yeah, take 15 minutes, write a 5-paragraph order
Right, yeah.
with your other hand.
I want his after actions just him stamping the paper. His bloody
Oh
nub.
my God.
Just like, ugh, this is what happened.
Now, see, I wonder if he's ever like been out in like some super drunk hookup. You know, it's like it's dark, it's pulsating in the club or the bar. You
Right.
know, like you don't get full vision of like who you're like pulling into the bathroom stall, and then he like puts his hands down her pants like he's fingering her,
Oh, man.
and then just like pulls out. It's like, oh my god, you bit me! Your vagina bit my fingers
Honest
off.
to God, if he's not doing that right now, I'm upset.
You should correct yourself.
There it is.
Yeah, like I would totally do that because I don't know, like if she's all like quivering and stuff,
Right,
it's like a
right.
horse eating feed out of your hand,
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of like munching. I know you have experience with your own, but you would have to defer to our expertise because
Sure.
unless you're like a huge lesbian, we've probably experienced that more than you have.
Yeah, no, I'm probably gonna make sure he's got all of his parts that are visual before I enter the said bar bathroom for a finger bang session.
As a lady who's been fingered in a bathroom. What an assumption, Dan.
Yeah,
Right?
either that or the
How
engine.
dare you?
Or
I told
the-
you I'm a classy fucking broad. Shit.
Or like when we had our other guests on, we were talking about. I think this is one of the episodes that we had an audio issue, so we didn't get to post. But Lindsay was on. We are talking about like what parts of the ship are best to bang on.
Right.
So if it's not the bar bathroom, is it like the engine room? Like were you ever on a ship?
Yeah. I actually met my baby daddy on the ship.
Oh,
how
there it is.
That was my first military hookup ever.
Speaking of which, check out our sponsor, Combat Comb Over, with our discount code Cream Pie to save you money. That's
true.
Type that into the discount bar and whatever space that is. That's spelled CREAMPIE. Did I spell that right?
Sure.
Okay.
You did.
I figured I had 2 experts with me.
All
So,
right. Yeah.
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 Yeah, we often spell it when it happens. Like,
Give me a C. Give me an R.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't make it through the whole word.
You're like, you get the hard
I'm tapping
crisp
out.
with the C, you
I'm
know?
tapping out at lowercase r for sure.
That's all I got.
That's all I got.
It'd be like, the rumors, are out there. You should have known what you're getting yourself into.
Hmm.
This is your fault. You just grab your NSWs and storm out.
It's whatever.
Yeah, so he didn't find any of his parts.
No, he did not.
Did he come back to the unit, or did he get MedSap?
I don't know. I want to say Charlie Company. I don't want to misbrand, but I want to say Charlie Company. I didn't know a lot of those guys very well, so I know I saw another picture of him after it happened. He was in good spirits. He was going what he could of a shaka, so he's fine.
with that hand?
Of course, that's the best picture.
Oh.
You don't just blow apart your hand and then do a shaka with your other hand.
Well,
you use the blown apart.
Yeah, he doesn't even have to like extend because it's just.
Right. No, it was messy. It wasn't good.
So, as a corpsman, what was the gnarliest shit you ever saw?
Actually, my first week.
Damn, right into it.
Yeah. Well, because the hand thing reminded me that my first week out on the ship, I was on the Enterprise, which is DCOM now, which shows how old I am.
I've seen so many girls on Tinder, like, if you're on the Enterprise, just keep swiping.
Oh, wow.
Why?
Really?
Because they don't want to bang guys on their ship.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
What you're saying.
Yeah, there's like, 2,000
There's
females?
5,000 people total, though.
God.
I would follow the Marines that would come on board and the flight crew, like,
Heyo.
hey. Oh, you're out here on the flight deck working out, huh? Hey.
Let me get some, if not all of that.
I'll do the med coverage, okay?
Hey, Mike, what's a Marine's favorite position?
I don't know. What is it?
Devil doggy style.
I hate you so much. I was going to say the prone, but it's not as funny. All right, fair
Trying to
enough.
use your corpsman skills over
It was
your
all right.
pro.
Oh, my God.
But actually, we were out to sea and we were doing a resupply. So a ship merged with ours, and we tie up with them. And we had some rough seas, and the ships actually came together. And you're supposed to release the ropes when that happens. And this new kid, he's probably like 23 at the time, held onto the ropes.
Was he Navy or Marine?
He was Navy, which is shocking because you guys eat crayons and whatnot. But
You know, that is a vicious stereotype and quite offensive,
Let our
madam.
guests speak.
Frankly.
But he did not let go of the rope. He didn't get pulled over. He let go before he dropped over the deck, but he got completely degloved, which means the skin comes right off your hands from rope burn.
Yeah.
And that was super gnarly. And at the time I was standing there, I was on a medical watch for the onboarding, and I'm just like, you fucking idiot. You fucking idiot. I'm like, are you fucking serious? He's
Gonna
like,
make me
no.
work.
Yeah, exactly. How dare
No,
you.
it was just like, that's the first thing they fucking teach you in boot camp, no matter what your rating is. Let go of the ropes. Don't walk on chains.
Is that the first thing they teach you in
I
boot
don't
camp?
remember boot camp.
I think the first thing they teach us in boot camp was how to stand at attention. Because apparently...
Okay, we're not being literal here,
Yeah, no,
okay?
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just taking you at your word. You know, what Hippocratic Oath, something.
Whatever.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, but it's just like literally the first thing you do is you stand on a set of yellow footprints for whatever fucking reason. I don't know. Because you stand on for like 2 seconds and they're like, all right, go over there. So it's not even like an accountability thing or
Right.
like an order thing. It's just like,
It is an order thing. They're telling you to do something, and instead of, they're going to see if you're going to be like, why?
no, because so you're on the bus and they're like, get off my bus right now. And if you're like, why would I get off the bus? Like, it's quite luxurious. Like, I have Wi-Fi in here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the air conditioner.
Wi-Fi? Wi-Fi wasn't even around when I went in. What year did you go in?
2004.
I was in 03. There was no such thing as Wi-Fi that you
Wow.
speak
She
of.
just called me a boot.
She did. Wow.
Lock your body.
And what year did you go through?
That's irrelevant at this point.
No, because I worked at ROTC
Oh, okay.
for like 4 years.
I went November 10th, oddly enough, 2009.
Oh, yeah, no, I was out a year by then, so. Aw.
Oh,
He's so cute.
I know.
You lock your body, Mike.
Yeah, I know. Fucking booting these.
You get a
parts.
parade rest right now.
The only staff and
Oh,
seal in
yeah,
this
so-
room.
So you guys got the whole like new boot camp experience. It was shorter. You guys had your ships and whatnot.
I don't know. Well, I guess I don't know. I will because my experience is my own, so I can't base it off of other people's.
I'm saying
So
the,
Which is funny,
the like
'cause I didn't
millennial
even-
bitchness.
I didn't even get my first cell phone until
Yeah, that's great.
2007, so clearly we didn't have Wi-Fi on the shitty
That's
Marine
what I
Corps
was saying
bus.
because like in 04, there was a limit to texting. It was like 50 characters.
Yeah.
And it was like every fucking, I got to press the button 3 times to get to
2004 was a big year for her, so she remembers everything that was
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on.
Yeah, like when you wanted nudes, you had to like press the S button 4
Yeah.
times and then wait for a Polaroid in the mail.
Yep.
You know? Mm-hmm. Like that's... we got to chuckle out of EP Mike.
So I know. Yeah. You're killing it.
Yeah, he remembers when his camp counselor,
Yeah.
Mr. O'Shanahay, asked him for nudes. That's actually where he first learned about his passion for film. Yeah. And he got his bachelor's and he's working on his master's.
Is there any truth to this story, EP?
Yeah.
Jeez. Oh,
Jesus.
Own it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, lean into it, bro.
Yeah, so if any ladies out there want a man who is working on his graduate degree, hit up your boy.
That's right.
Not me, because I didn't graduate high school. I'm a
Yeah,
piece of shit.
exactly.
But no, Mike over there, he's working on his master's.
I can't read.
I finished
so,
half
yeah.
my master's.
Oh, yeah, girl,
Is it in
you
film?
get it.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then don't hit her up.
What? No, that was a great point, because we talked about that previously. Your degree was in psychology?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Man, does that gotta suck for the guys that you date when they're like, they do something and you're like, you're projecting and, and you hit them with some like clinical shit?
I don't actually say it out loud. So it's actually beneficial because I'm like, this is not me. This is all fucking you. Like, you are the problem. So instead of being like that crazy bitch in my 20s, it's like, what's wrong with me? Why don't you love me? I can be like, it's you. It's not me. And I'm like, fuck off. And yeah.
Intense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, is it true that a woman is more likely to stay with a man that they know they're not compatible if the sex is really good?
Yeah.
Say it a little bit louder for the
Yeah.
audience.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
It's
fellas,
true.
if your dick game is strong,
Yeah.
you might have another chance to fix yourself before she leaves.
This is big. This is big news.
Stick her down.
That's
Yep.
right.
If she just gets, fed up and leaves after the first argument, I got bad news for you, son. I got bad news for you.
Exactly. Put that wet noodle away.
you need to hit up EP Mike for some tips on how to lay down the log.
Exactly.
So our executive producer has a massive dong.
It's
Size does not matter.
Yes, it does. When it
Does
comes
not.
to EP.
Oh,
Yes, it
hello.
does.
I'm the only one here with the vagina. How you doing?
How do you know?
Yeah, but that's
It's
bold of you to
2019. How
assume.
dare you assume?
Oh, I'm assuming. Okay.
Jeez.
Although you just acted like you had a V with the squeaky chair, but
You
No.
bring it up because I hear it squeak. but it's
size
fine.
does
It's
not
fine. Yeah.
matter. Let me
It
tell
doesn't.
you.
It really does not at all.
No.
So you're with a guy and he takes down his pants and he has this short little like baby carrot and you're just like, oh cool.
Okay, first of all, that's like never gonna happen. That's like a micro penis.
they exist. There's a whole porn
Okay.
category
You know,
towards
I
it. I'm
have
told.
seen probably
I'm told.
1,000 more naked men in my life than you have.
True.
I was a corpsman. You know how many
Yeah.
penises I've had to swab?
He was a Marine.
Yeah.
You know how many penises he had in his mouth?
Yeah, at least 12 a day.
All of them.
At least 12 a day.
Yeah, but they're not.
Field op, hard 20.
They could be a grower, not a shower.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
Yeah.
it's true to an extent because, like, there's times where, like, I'd go in the shower and, like, you'd see dudes with, like, a
You're
dick.
looking at their
like,
dicks.
Yeah, you
Of
want to check out the
course,
competition.
100%.
Yeah,
What?
If
it's
you're
like,
if you're in a mass shower with dudes, we all know you're gonna look. It's not like
Yeah.
you stare. You don't comment. You don't stare, but you look. Of course you look.
yeah, it's like seeing how much that guy has, how much he's benching,
Right,
like,
yeah.
How much that guy had in the leg press before he got off,
Right.
like,
Exactly.
you compare yourself.
Yeah.
I never, ever. I don't give a shit what anybody else is doing around me.
Mm-hmm.
Ever.
Well,
You haven't been around a bunch of naked dudes then,
Apparently not.
because you'll care.
yeah, see, I think that's just telling is the fact that, us men were gentle nature and considerate,
Right.
Yeah.
Caring, compassionate.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
as
Competitive.
Yeah.
as
Well,
self-proclaimed a crazy bitch in your 20s.
Right,
Oh
right.
yeah, no, I was batshit crazy.
So this kid got degloved. So back to that.
Wow.
Did you have to re-glove him, or?
I don't think it works like that.
No, I just put some compression on, took him down to medical because we had actually had an issue beforehand. They're called jerk bags, just like our medical emergency bags. Shut your fucking mouth. That's why you're not a doc, because you don't know what the fuck you're talking
I
about.
didn't say anything.
But there was no gloves in there,
Okay.
and I was like, I'm not fucking touching you. I'm
Yeah.
not touching you. You're bleeding. So I laid some gauze on him and I took him downstairs.
You know how I would have solved that? Quick clot.
Yep. Quick clot.
Well,
Yeah,
they didn't have
solves
that.
everything.
They don't have fucking gloves. You think they got goddamn quick clot?
Probably.
What, did the Marines not have them in their IFACs?
That's different than what they give you a little fucking bag they go sit on the tarmac with.
Yeah. No, definitely do not put fucking
Yeah,
quick
I
clot.
don't know if you want to make a PSA or not.
Yeah,
but
for
don't-
all of you young ones out there listening,
Yeah.
definitely do not put quick clot. We had
on anything actually.
yeah, this kid
Pretty
had his quick clot on the back of his bag, on the back of his war belt, and he had his IFAC there for whatever fucking reason. Because I don't know, I don't like having it on my back because it's hard to access.
Sure.
Granted, I know that your IFAC is for people to use on you,
Mm-hmm.
or not necessarily, but self aid, buddy aid, corpsman aid.
Mm-hmm.
So he had his IFAC, center mass, and this is the kid from Chardon, Ohio, that we talked about last
Ohio.
episode.
Garden. Oh shit! What part?
Dayton.
Dayton.
God, my brother went to Dayton.
And he was hopping over a wall, and somehow it like ripped the quick clot, and that shit poured down the fucking his back, and down the crack of his ass.
Oh fuck that.
And you know that shit's water activated.
Of course, yeah.
So he
Oh
had
my
fucking
God.
flaming hot quick clot in the crack of his ass because he's point man, and like I'm behind him, and he starts fucking screaming bloody
Yeah.
murder, and I'm like, fuck, did he get shot again?
Yeah, yeah.
Because he got shot like 4 months earlier.
Yeah.
And and so it was just like, fuck, he got popped in the ass again.
Oh,
Like,
God.
and he's fucking screaming, and I'm like, what's wrong? What's wrong? So I run over there, and he's like, oh, my ass is on fire. And I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Like, Doc! This is a concern of yours in more ways than one. But no, it was just quick clot went down his ass.
Ugh, that's horrendous.
Yeah.
You know, thank you.
And so that was a terrible fucking idea. Do not put quick clot on anybody who's lost their hands
Yeah, yeah.
or the skin
Don't
on
use
their
it.
hands.
I don't even think they issue it anymore.
No, I think they don't. I think they have quick clot like on compression gauze.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Which is another fucking thing.
Woof.
Where did the goddamn fucking rumor start that you could put a tampon in a fucking bullet shot wound?
I want to say from some like Moto YouTube video, and I'm serious, like
Yeah.
one of those ones where it's like, "This I used to be a corpsman," and like they're doing tourniquets wrong and shit. I think it was one of those. Like
Really?
they went mini viral. I really think so. I'm not sure.
Because like I remember the motherfuckers legitimately had fucking tampons in their flak jackets.
Yep.
And it's just like, if you know anything about fucking ballistics and impact ballistics, there's a fucking sizable crater the fucking side of you. Like any GSW that I've come across, you gotta pack that shit with gauze.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe if it's like a through and through, like
Yeah.
you still want to gauze it up a little bit. But like, what the fuck are you doing with a tampon? You know, like you take it around in the gut, you're gonna fucking just put like a tiny ass fucking
right.
tampon
Well,
in
can't
there.
you just keep putting them in there, like super extra absorbent, and just like shoved
big
like
ones.
10 of them in there.
Just shove
Just
10.
tunnel them in.
Yeah.
You know, instead of just one long piece of gauze that they can easily remove in
Oh.
surgery. You know,
Nope.
like
Tampons.
10 separate
This guy's
tampons.
full of tampons. Woof.
Like the poor
shit.
naval surgeon, you know, like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
dude's been up for 28 hours and he's already done, you know, depending on the time of the war, he's already
Yeah.
done 57 different fucking
It's like
life-saving
fucking 10th
surgeries.
goddamn tampon.
Exactly,
Like,
yeah.
what the fuck?
How are they even getting these?
He looks over and just sees EP Mike with a pallet of tampons,
Yeah, he's
like walking out to the Humvee.
Then again, being a Marine, he'd probably be like, God damn it.
Yeah.
God damn it.
For sure.
Yeah, speaking of which, because we had high back like Gen like 2 armored Humvees, because you had like the Gen 1s that had like no armor, like
Yeah.
soft skin or whatever.
Yeah, no doors now.
Yeah, and then you put like a little bit of armor on it. And I was trying to find this picture of a high back. It was like the cabin and then like the box on the back that had like no lid. And then like the next deployment, it was like all up armored and they weighed way too the fuck much.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they went from Oshkosh Bagosh to the MRAPs, you know. But like the Gen 2 Humvees, like I can't even find any pictures of them online.
No, yeah. I mean, it's a weird thing to Google, but yeah, probably not.
Yeah, because I was talking to EP about this. Actually, the first person we lost on my first deployment was our Doc, Doc Martins.
Yep.
They found an IED in Placer, and the first platoon was chasing him through the desert, and lack of depth perception and being new in the area, went over into a wadi.
Yep.
The Humvee flipped, and the Humvee landed on top of Doc, and it was just like I was trying to find this fucking Humvee so I could show, like, you know what I mean, and it's like there was no fucking trace of it.
Weird.
Yeah, it was really fucking weird. I have a couple pictures of like me with mine, but they're not like, you know, they're kind of like more like selfies.
Right, yeah.
You know, like, hey, am I dying this
Yeah.
patrol?
Yeah.
Like, what up?
What up, MTV? Yeah.
Yeah, like I look over, there's like a 55-gallon drum of MoGas there. You know, like I'm gonna die violently. This is gonna suck. Like all my friends before me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because it's fucking crazy to think of like emergency fucking trauma. You know, like you have moments to fucking decide whether somebody lives or dies. The decisions that you make can and impact them if they do live. Like if you fuck something up, they may be more disabled than if you had not done what you did.
Yeah.
You know, like one of those things like leaving a tourniquet on too long, or you know, attempting to fish out a fucking bullet. Have you ever seen that? Like people are in
I've
there
never
with a
seen it in
cable
person,
trying to do
but
fucking
no.
nerve damage
No.
and shit.
And
you know?
movies and shit, yeah, but not like
Like no, like there's like, you know, always that dude from fucking Kentucky or West Virginia
or Sharksville.
or Sharksville.
It's always Sharksville.
Sharksville, Ohio.
God damn it, Sharksville.
Yeah, you know, who's, you know, trying to do whatever. Or, you know, if you get shot in the leg and all your buddies come up and kick your gunshot wound.
Sure.
Like we did.
Like the kid from Sharksville.
Like the kid from Sharksville. And shout out Shane.
Yeah, yeah.
You just got the tank top I sent him.
Did he?
Yeah.
Nice.
Speaking of which, we're going to have more tank tops in stock here soon. We got a couple new designs coming out.
Yeah, new
For-
shirts, yeah.
Yeah, popsmokemedia.com. Check out the shop link on there, as well as check out strikeforceenergy.com. You can put that shit in just about anything, like Frank's Red Hot.
Well, so that's right. Well,
Put that shit on everything.
well, you
Everything.
just experienced your first strike
Yeah,
force.
it's super good. No,
There you go.
like I thought I had alcoholism before, as I stutter. Now it's grape flavored.
Yeah.
It's fucking on.
There you go.
Yeah, and so use our
Thanks.
promo code
Thanks for enabling.
SMOKEBIT to save monies on that. Okay, so do you have any other crazy stories from your time in the medical field?
Oh shit. It's not really crazy, but it's kind of like fucking hilarious. On the ship again, of course,
Yeah.
here in Virginia. This guy came down. It was after deployment, and he was like, I think I got an STD. So, well, we can have you piss in a cup and just give you the Z-Pack, but I like to swab your dick because it hurts, and I
Yeah.
like to see you squirm so you
Yeah.
learn a lesson.
Pain retains. Yeah.
So as I'm swabbing I got his dick in my hand. I'm
Yeah.
swabbing his
Like a
dick.
professional. Yeah.
He whips a picture out because, you know, cell phones aren't that big. An actual photo of his girlfriend. I'm like, oh, she's pretty. He's like, yeah. You want to go out sometime when we get back to port? I'm like, so you have a girlfriend.
Wait, what?
You have an STD from being in port.
Okay.
And now you're asking me out on a date.
Yeah.
I was like, the fuck out of here.
Dude makes moves. I get it.
And he was a good looking guy, too. I'm like, oh, hell
Oh,
no.
shit. Okay.
Hell no.
I mean, to be fair,
To be fair.
He
be
shoot
fair.
his shot or shot his shot or whatever you want to say.
Shooting
but
everywhere.
no,
yeah.
you and no offense to present company included, but you see all these women who are like single mothers, and they're like, "Oh, my baby daddy ain't shit." I mean, that just sounds like you let losers come in you. And so, like, you know, all these girls like, yeah, I have fucking terrible, you know, terrible fucking choices in men that I make. My taste in men are terrible. So I don't think it's an unfair question if this dude is just like, yeah, I currently have an STD because I cheated on my girlfriend, who I am still dating.
Yeah,
Would
yeah.
you like to also help me cheat on my
Be
girlfriend?
part of the shit show.
It's like, yeah, in 7 to 10 days. Hello.
That's right. Yeah.
You know?
Because I'm a goddamn professional.
And so you had
Make
his,
sure you're clear.
That's right.
so you had his meat in your hand. Was he hung? Like
I mean, he was
respectable.
not
Respect.
disappointing. Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah.
A grower or a shower?
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't hard. He wasn't excited to have a swab in his dick, but
Amateur.
Rookie. What a rookie. Huh?
What a fucking rookie, man.
Sickening.
Actually fucking disgusting.
Ugh.
You know, how fucking far has the standard fallen? Okay?
and this was back in like '06. You just imagine what happens these days.
Yeah, back in 05 when the real warriors were deploying, you know, our dicks were hard for STD tests.
I was in high school, but
Oh my
it's
god.
whatever. It's fine.
Jesus.
He's our resident Lolita.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wear many hats on this show.
Most importantly, one of my favorite people. Aww.
Thanks, Bay.
So you're in your professional medical opinion, there's something that I've always wanted to try in the bedroom. All right. So let's not
Anal
throw
fisting. Go ahead.
No. That's some JV shit.
Oh god.
All right. So say it's Halloween, right? And your girl is dressed up like a zombie, and you want like a true necrophilia experience, but without the actual
Dead
illegal
person?
Yeah.
Sure.
Could you put like take lube and a condom and put it on a popsicle, and then use said popsicle that is lubed and condomed on the girl, so upon insertion of the penis, it's cold, and so she just lays there lifelessly. It's like fucking a dead person, but without actually fucking a dead person.
What is wrong with you? That's
this was
some
a
like
safe place.
extensive shit.
I thought this was a safe place, okay? That I
Holy
I
fuck.
thought that we could freely.
I don't think we can.
express our
I think I'm gonna go
opinions.
call the police because this is insane.
I clearly specified there would not actually be a dead person.
Yeah. He's covered legally. Yeah.
Legally.
Yeah.
And this is all allegedly.
You can't touch this man.
anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, if she's down, right on, go for it. The whole thing that you've thought that whole thing out is fucking weird as fuck. But I mean, if that rocks your world and she's down for it,
Well, he doesn't
go
know
for
yet. He's
it.
never tried
It's
it.
totally possible. It's you.
Yeah, how nice must it be for women to just be so blind to what men actually think about?
You don't, but it would be faster if you didn't use a condom, but not a popsicle. You just freeze, like say,
Her
I don't
body.
want to damage her.
well, regular ice. The sugar would give her problems, but
That's why you
regular.
have the condom.
But it's gonna take forever.
How long does it take you to put a condom on?
But I'm saying it's gonna be melted, and then by the time you actually
it's
get in there,
not.
it's not even gonna be
What?
cold anymore because the body's in 98.6 degrees.
I'm just talking about like a couple like thrusts in there, and then you're ready
Yeah.
to go.
Okay, use ice then.
Okay, so like, how am I gonna fill a condom with ice? It's
I'm
not gonna
saying
work.
like you know,
Do
like
you know
you
how
freeze a
vaginas work?
Duh! You know how you freeze like a water bottle, and
Yeah.
it's like that. Okay, a little bit smaller than that,
Yeah.
and then you would.
You know why I chose a popsicle? Because it's cylindrical. What the fuck am I gonna freeze that's gonna be a comfortable shape?
Hot dog.
Frozen hot
Boom.
dog. All right, so instead of
Yeah.
a hot and okay.
Why am I contributing? Why am I
Because
contributing?
you're both fucking sick. That's why.
I'm all about content. Damn it.
This is adorable because like a lot of our listeners were probably like, man, like I hadn't thought of that before. You
Yeah.
know, like
But a
Great.
lot of our listeners are very.
it's a good round to have in that magazine. You know, like,
They're gonna send you other fucking ideas of how to do it.
please do.
oh my god.
Like if you're not judgmental and prudish,
lock,
please send
lock
us good
the
ideas.
morgue, please. Lock the fucking morgue.
Yeah, especially if Mike is in there because he's so pale that he's like translucent. They might mistake him for a cadaver.
I like to be around my people.
and he likes to nap too.
I
I
love
love
napping.
to nap.
Oh my
So,
god.
like, he wakes
Pale
up-
people napping. Yes.
He wakes up in the fucking the place where they
It'd be dark and quiet and cool.
I'm going
no
right
sweating.
now. I'm done.
Fuck yeah.
I'm done.
yeah, but then
I
like
quit the show.
you wake up in like the cremation kelm or whatever.
Yeah.
You're
The
like,
Kelm.
shut the fuck up. And you wake up in the place where they cremate people.
The place.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
Yeah,
You
see,
have
I don't
a
even know
word
what it's called. You need to keep an eye on EP Mike because
Yeah,
he knows what
exactly.
the fuck this shit's called. This is all hypothetical.
Yeah.
In my aspect.
Oh, we can't
all right?
ask questions? I'm just asking questions.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Like you've never been on post with another person for 8 hours.
Exactly.
Some weird shit
What
happens.
this show's all about.
And I briefed you about this yesterday, okay? I told you that it was going to be some fucking off the wall shit.
Yeah.
Ah.
this is like off the wall and bouncing off the fucking ceiling. Like
Yeah,
it's not just like she's gonna lay there and play dead and be like
A good girl would, but it's whatever.
But
Fine.
you're gonna make it like
Wait, can you do that sound
cold.
effect again?
There's the drop for the next one.
Yeah.
But you want her like cold. That's fucking weird. That's not even post-mortem. That's like post-mortem in the morgue 3 fucking days and already been. No.
Post awesome, I think. But.
Yeah. Where do you
You're both
think?
fucking sick as fuck.
Where do you think the phrase
I'm not sick as I turn on my phone to this. You guys are weird.
"crack open a cold one with the boys" came from?
And I had a feeling that was coming. I really did.
Did you?
Yeah, I really did.
Because I didn't even know that was coming until the second.
Because I've seen so many memes about that same
Yeah.
joke, so I felt like it was coming
Ew.
eventually. Yeah.
So if you have tried that,
Oh no! Then block us immediately.
what? No, I want to know how
Okay,
it went.
block me. You can follow Dan. It's fine, but I'm good on that.
Yeah, please follow me.
I don't need that. Just whoever you are, just follow
Yeah,
me.
just whoever you are, just follow me.
man.
And specifically unfollow Mike and then follow me.
You can block me. I'm fine.
In
with
real
it.
life too, you can follow him around.
Just
you know,
follow him around.
hey.
Yeah, it sounds like you got nothing to do anyway.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Man, you're over there talking about getting banged on ships and stuff, and I can't even talk about a popsicle.
If a
Rude.
sailor doesn't talk about banging on a ship,
Thank
were they
you.
really even a sailor?
Really?
Exactly.
What if you're like greenside the whole time?
Then you don't bang on
Then
a
you're
ship.
getting chased by everybody else. I see you guys walk around your green coveralls. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Really? The cover
Wear your silkies.
The coveralls, that's what does it for you?
Green anything, because I knew the silkies were under there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I figure coveralls would probably make things a lot easier to like in and out.
Yeah, it's a zip. One zip.
Yeah, plus you could like if you have oil on your hands, you could just like wipe off. Expeditious, you
Ew.
know?
Right on.
Yeah.
You want to talk about TikTok now?
Yeah, I guess we can do that.
I felt like that was de-escalating pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So,
Apparently they didn't have sense of humors in
Oh my
2003.
well, no,
None
they
of those
weren't.
were
He was
issued.
still in like high school or some shit then, right?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. I was. So pretty much, I brought this to Dan like 20 minutes ago, so we're gonna fucking do a dry run with it. But for all those who are familiar with TikTok, it's like Instagram but for children, essentially. It's just like a bunch of cringy, like people doing music videos and stuff of themselves. It's all very cringy. But I've seen an influx lately of military people using. I mean, we use uniform to get likes sometimes. I get it. Like I can do thirst trap pictures all day in uniform. I'm all about it.
Yeah.
But like the stuff they're doing here is just next worldly. So I did probably an hour on it and just saved about 9 videos. We have to do all of them. I just want, now that we have a solid panel here, I want to see everybody's reaction. So I'm going to start with a classic you guys may have seen before. And obviously, EP, you got to fucking do the thing later. But
Active duty people love to talk shit and be like, oh, you're just a weekend warrior. False. I am a soldier. I am professional. I deploy, engage, and destroy the enemies of the United States just the same as you do, with less budget, less training, and less equipment. So eat it.
Less training right there. You're a dumbass and it
thoughts?
shows.
Yeah, thoughts?
Thankfully, you know, she has already destroyed the enemy, so I don't know why I had to deploy so many times. That's fraud, waste, and abuse, and
yeah.
lack of foresight, if anything. You
Oh,
know?
for sure,
They could have
for
just
sure.
had her deploy and destroy the
Yeah.
enemies of America.
But she does it just as well as active duty.
It
Yeah.
should be a thing. If you're a reservist and you come in, you should have to do a period of active duty and be deployed at least once so that you're reserved in case you're needed and you'll be, you know, useful and not this cringy whatever the fuck is going on that she thinks she knows everything that you know and you've been doing your fucking job day in and day out and she comes in, you know, 1 month a year and thinks she does it just as
Bitches
well.
on TikTok about it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
The majority of reserve components that I have encountered are very humble and very knowledgeable of the fact
Agreed.
that
No, agreed.
you know that their day job is an EMT or a teacher or
Or
firefighter or
a
whatever.
physician, yeah.
And then you know their service is just in addition to that.
Mm-hmm.
So I would please ask that if you are a reservist, don't stop listening to the show.
We have a lot of reservists that listen,
Yeah.
actually. And they're usually the best people. I agree.
Yeah, You know, opinions of our guests do not necessarily reflect
Hey.
opinions of the institution.
I'm just saying you can clearly tell that she's never been on the active duty side because
Sure.
then she wouldn't be so butthurt by this.
No, because I've spoke to this at length. You know, you have top tier special forces in Ramadi, and you had the Minnesota National Guard in Ramadi, and you know, so to me, who do I have more respect for? You know, the people who had the 2-year-long training pipeline that had all the gear and all the equipment and all the intelligence and only given missions that they were specifically designed to succeed in. or people who are pulled from their day jobs as mechanics or paralegals or whatever the case were, given outdated equipment, insufficient intelligence, and thrown into some of the most fierce fighting in Iraq War.
That's true.
And it's not like Special Forces fights, ISIS Special Forces exclusively.
Yeah.
They fight and they get killed by the same people that, straight leg infantry, reservists, non-infantry components fight. And so if anything, like, I have more respect for those reserve components that do deploy to those hostile areas.
Agreed, yeah.
Because they weren't designed for that.
Agreed.
We lost...
So you're backing up what she said is what you're saying.
What's that?
You're backing up what she said in the video?
To an extent.
Yeah.
But I would say that I have more respect for that. But all things tempered, arrogance is a quick way to lose to lose support.
Agreed.
In any aspect.
Agreed.
If she was just like, hey, yeah, I get it, like, weekend warrior, but like, I was there right beside you guys, and unfortunately I had less gear, I had less training. She's not just like, well, I do it better than you.
She's not humble.
Yeah, and like the fact that she thinks that she does it better
Right.
is asinine.
She does it better.
Yeah,
Just her.
specifically.
She's a turd.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
no.
Yeah, like when Linda vowed and successfully destroyed ISIS.
Right.
Remember?
Right. I do remember.
Yeah, because ISIS pretty much fell off after Linda.
She said she will destroy ISIS.
it launched
I
her
haven't heard
battle
about
cry.
it.
Yeah, I haven't heard
going
shit from
on?
ISIS.
Yeah, exactly.
So shout out to Linda. I love having you in the show.
God, I love Linda. All right. So this is for...
So
you
who's the
said,
hot one in the middle left?
Oh, you want to do that one?
Yeah, let's do that one.
Hey, I'm a military wife.
No, gross.
Oh
I
no.
can't make any plans. You won't understand, but that's military life.
Okay.
Well, she's no dependopotamus.
Yeah. Yeah, married women are such a fucking turnoff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess.
Yeah, like you could be like ostensibly like she's pretty, but then as
Sure.
soon as you find out like she's married, it's just like no,
Well,
like
that's
no.
because you're a decent human
Is that
being.
right? Yeah. I feel like
like
it's
you no
not an
longer
original
view them
idea,
that
I
way.
hope.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a lot of this I'm seeing. It's military spouses doing short videos of themselves talking
Yeah.
about how great they are as military spouses. So thoughts from the panel?
I've been through 10 deployments.
And 10 boyfriends. Yeah.
Well, let me say, I've been on both sides, not a
Mm-hmm.
spouse, but dated someone long term that went through deployments. It's not easy. I wouldn't say, oh, I've gone through this deployment, but it's not easy. But you have to, stay loyal and take care of shit and not bother them while they're getting shot at with like, oh, Johnny's not taking out the fucking trash anymore.
Yeah.
You have to be a strong person for sure.
For sure. Yeah.
But still.
I think using your husband's service to give
Or rank.
credence to whatever you're going through, I think that is
It's ghoulish. I don't
yeah,
like it.
It's very unfair because if you have to stand on the accomplishments of your partner, that's something. Because like say like I started dating a girl and she became like a famous movie star or whatever, I'd be like, that's all you.
You're right. Yeah.
Like,
100%.
that, like fantastic that you did that. Like you went further in life than I did. Like I'm not gonna be like, well, as so and so's husband,
Right,
right.
right.
Like I feel that the genocide in Darfur, like
As Dan Aykroyd's husband.
yeah, like the fact that people they use their husband or their wife's rank or service as to give credibility to whatever they're going through. Like, oh well, you wouldn't understand. Like, but you think you're the only one who's got a fucking
Right.
husband that has odd fucking fucking schedules.
Yeah.
Like EP, didn't you have someone in your family that drove trucks?
Yeah.
Well, you heard it, folks.
Well, you heard it. He's speechless.
Yeah, so like whether it's a truck driver, oil rig, fucking police, they work fucking crazy shifts or whatever. Like, oh, you wouldn't understand? Fuck you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I agree. I agree.
Do you have
Distance is
any
distance,
idea
yeah.
how hard it would be to be Sensei's fucking girlfriend when he goes on like 3-day blenders and like fucking blacks out, wakes up in a dumpster?
That is not my problem. What I do when I'm blackout drunk is none of my business.
That was drunk Mike, and you take it up with him.
All right, which one?
Oh, I gotta see this
All right,
one.
middle one.
Ugh.
My life be like, yeah,
Is he old enough to shave? Stop it.
So, what is cringy about this? Again, using uniform to get likes. I'm not against it. I'm really not. But what are you trying to portray there? Like, what's artistic about you getting ready in the morning? Fucking first off, boot, go to work. Like, what do you do? This is the reason you're late because you were TikToking. But also, like, what are you putting out there? Nice dog tags, by the way.
I say, yeah, he's definitely fresh.
Yeah.
You can tell. He's got his dog tags on.
And at the risk of sounding like an old salty vet,
Right.
who the fuck shaves does he not have PT in the morning? Like, why is he putting camis on and then shaving?
I'm guessing, Pogue. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, because like I remember my experience. You wake up,
Yeah.
you have your silkies on, your green t-shirt because
Yep.
you slept in that shit the night before,
100%,
so
yeah.
that's less you have to do in the morning. You shave your nasty face, you put on your Go Fasters, and you get slayed.
Yeah.
Then you take a shower and you put on camis. Like, so why is he starting off in camis? And another thing, like, you know, you have all these fucking male service members. If it was a female in a sports bra and undone fucking trouser buttons,
it'd
they'd
be
be
on.
destroying her.
Yeah.
Like, oh, she's disrespecting the uniform. But yet, this dude, it's okay for him to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey,
Yeah,
I didn't make the video.
Yeah.
He stole my idea, actually, but it's fine. It's whatever. So thoughts? Any more thoughts on that guy? Yeah. Well, you said you like Marines, right? So this one's for you.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for.
I dig it.
No fucking way. Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, right on. At first, I'm like, he's got like a baby face, like no, and then it was like,
So
we're
that
building
actually,
up. I'm like, right on it.
So from a female perspective, that actually works.
Yeah, and then his little sleeves were rolled up. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Really?
Yes.
EP, remind me to sign up for TikTok.
I think you would do well.
You'll lure in all the 12-year-old girls.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
A little,
Really, that worked. That was
Yeah.
like the douchiest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I'm a class A douchebag at times.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
But I dig
that's
it.
fascinating. Really. Dan, thoughts?
Only in uniform, but right there, I'm like, nah.
Sure. Well, that's the whole transformation. But it's
Yeah.
like, I mean, I'm gonna watch it one more time.
I think the fact that he said the moment you've been waiting for is a
Right,
little presumptuous,
exactly.
but I guess it's part of the song.
See it like, oh, eye contact. Yes.
Gents, this is the moment you've waited for.
And that's also unfair because that's not his voice.
Exactly. So
You
that's
know?
what TikTok is. It's just
Yeah.
karaoke. That's the whole app essentially. But okay, so it's a dude in uniform. I don't understand the appeal.
It's a dude in
all right, fair enough.
uniform.
I get. Yeah, I'm sounding stupid.
Hey.
But also, can we acknowledge that he has a wristband or an armband tattoo? Did you know that means that's how far you get your fist in somebody's ass?
That does
That's
not
100%
mean
what
that.
it means. That's what it means. Google it.
Yeah, like the porn star Mika Moore. She had like the
Yep.
the band right there.
Yep. That's what it
Like a
means.
floodline? Like,
Exactly. Do not cross. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like teardrops, but for anal fisting.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
When it's about time, there's a demographic for that.
Yeah, you know, I'm so glad that's not a fucking obligation to get teardrops for the amount of people that you've killed.
Sure.
Like, I would just like, Jesus Christ,
Gonna
like I wouldn't have any
rainstorm.
fucking room on my face
Be a,
anymore.
be a
Like,
waterfall.
and like you imagine like these people who are like pilots.
Yeah, yeah.
That,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, like if you're a straight leg grunt, you get one fucking kill on an op. Like that's respectable,
respect,
you know.
yeah.
And then you do
Quit looking at him. Our guest is distracted.
you do a handful, if not a dozen or more, like big ops on a deployment.
Yeah, yeah.
Multiple deployments. Like you stack some bodies.
Mm-hmm.
But then like one of these A-10 pilots, it's like, oh, there's 30 people in a caravan. Wah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
And like, oh, the next one, and
Yeah.
he just flies over a grid square where they couldn't hear that 30 of their friends just got murdered.
Yeah.
And he's just like, Wah.
And he goes hanging out with his pilot buddies and they're sipping lattes or whatever. I just destroyed a whole generation. Must be nice.
Yeah,
Must
just
be
ended
fucking
fucking
nice.
bloodlines, you know.
Must be nice. All right, we'll do one more of these.
Okay.
Let's do this one.
Girls that like my personality, and he smacks it away. Girls that are loyal and honest, smacks it away, which is true. Girls that accept me for being the Okay.
so he doesn't like girls that like him for his personality.
I was thinking this when I saved this one. I was like, I think he did it in reverse of how he wanted it to come out.
And then he doesn't like girls that are loyal
Right.
and honest.
The way I interpret that artistically was that they don't exist.
Right.
And
No,
so
I
it's
see.
like-
I think that's what he was
yeah.
going for, but I agree with her. I think he did it backwards.
I think
Yeah.
what he was going for in hindsight is when a woman specifically likes a man because he's in the military, and it's not because of the personality. It's not. She's not going to be loyal or honest.
right.
Yeah.
I think that's where he's going with that. But that's total fucking bullshit. But I'm not saying it doesn't exist. But no, that's crazy.
So, just to round out the episode, speaking of artistic views, yeah, I guess go ahead and hit the
Okay. I don't want to beeping.
hit the stop timer. And so, with your background in psychology, we had a discussion about art therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah, would you like to elaborate on that a little bit to close this out?
Yes, I actually, I'm from Ohio and I moved down here and I wanted to restart my master's in psychology for art therapy. And I've always wanted to work with the VA, PTSD, mobile trauma unit. And I actually, at the Hampton VA here, they have a whole unit at the mental health facility for art therapy alone, which blows my mind. It's amazing because every one of my vet friends and I'm like, I want to do art therapy. And they're like, well, you're going to make me draw a fucking picture about my feelings. And, you know, they're not really super accepting of like non-normal medicine, but I'm super pumped for that.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think if you have a narrow viewpoint on something, you can't have your perceptions where you say art therapy and people naturally assume that's like, oh, I got to draw a picture or whatever, when there's multiple ways of creating art therapy. You could do it through, song or dance and my entire fucking Instagram is art therapy for me. I've created over 5,000 memes, as where Mike, he likes to make Jackson Pollocks out of young ladies he finds on Tinder.
Jesus Christ.
That's his art therapy.
You know I'm not on Tinder anymore.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Maybe it was Bumble or Hinge. I just seen you on there the other day.
He has a lot of catfish
I have a lot of
profiles.
catfishes there. I'm really not on anything right now.
I mean, half of them are EP Mike, though.
Still can't close, Mike. You're killing me. You're killing me.
Trying to get guests for the show.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
that's smart,
right?
actually. Fuck. All right, I'll sign up today, but go ahead.
So if you haven't considered art therapy as an alternative to heroin or whatever the fuck you're doing,
Yeah.
Drinking
yeah.
too much.
then consider it.
And like I do rehab on furniture and stuff, so it can be manly too if you're a dude and you're like, I don't want to splash paint on a canvas. It doesn't have to be that, because I'm not good at canvas art and painting, but I rehab furniture, make new ones look old, and it's a profitable thing too. So win-win.
Boom.
And like EP, he does videos. We have various mediums, the people that do improv or speech therapy or whatever things. The point being is that there's a myriad of fucking treatments out there that you probably have never even heard of, and you don't know what you don't know. So if you feel that whatever you're doing isn't working, you're like, oh, I saw a therapist or I done this or I did that and none of it fucking worked. Well, don't stop trying.
Right.
You don't give up after 2 attempts of trying to destroy the enemy. You continue to pursue. You adapt. You overcome. You find new ways to win. You shape the battlefield to your desire. Same thing with in life. If you have a problem, don't give up after 1 or 2 shots. Find a new way to attack it from. Find a new angle of approach. And at the end of the day, whatever you do not give up on yourself and do not give up on each other.
Nope.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.